So here's a gem for you. The poor equals Son of Man. Okay. This is glaring. There's the correspondence. Okay. And this is coming from Proverbs 28, verse 8. Okay. One who increases his possessions by usury and extortion gathers it for him who will pity the poor. Okay. And that's the famous title of Christ. His most repeated title in English, Son of Man, perfectly going backwards. There's your son. This is very obvious because the O is an O. This differs by 1, and this differs by 1 the other way. This is also very obvious because this differs by 1 the other way, and this differs by 1 the other way. You see how this did the same thing? Okay, minus 1, plus 1. Now here we go, plus 1, minus 1. Okay. And then TH is a famous way that God makes man. Okay. So there you go. And this fits the bill perfectly in the final. These are all verses on giving, by the way. And the final verse of Jesus in Matthew. Okay, when he talks about those who have given to the poor, he uses the title Son of Man. Matthew 25, when the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then he will sit on the throne of his glory. Sit equals son. Okay. And this whole passage, which you can read for yourself, is all about giving to the poor. But notice that it's the title Son of Man, perfectly, that Jesus used to describe his return. Okay, and so there it is right there. There's the equivalence right there. Son of Man. This equals blood at the back here. Remember blood? O-D-O-B-L. Okay. So what's the revelation? Okay. Who are the people who have been increasing by usury interest? The bankers. Okay. So this is a word from God that's coming to pass. Okay. I was led by the Lord to take money out of the bank and give it to the poor. That's what you do. That's how you actually obey this promise of God. Okay. So one who increases his possessions, those are the bankers in Canada and in most of the world. They use interest. Okay. They loan by usury interest. He who increases by doing that, also known as the banks of the world, they are gathering it for those who will pity the poor. So I'm here to tell you that there's a massive shift coming in the world where people are going to wake up to this truth, okay? And they are going to they're going to sell things that they own, and they're also going to pull money out of banks, okay, and out of the hands of money lenders that loan at interest. And they're going to give the money to the poor, okay, as we preached there, okay. And I'm talking like the poorest of the poor, like the poor nations of the world, okay. Canada is searching for a purpose, okay, and we need to be giving to the poor nations of the world, okay. But that's a huge revelation. You can meditate on that for yourself, okay. So you take your money out of the bank, okay, which increases by interest, usury. You take your money out of the bank and you give it to the poor in the name of Jesus, the Son of Man. So there it is, Son of Man. And you can read why you should do that in this final verse here.